Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 3, 2, 1.
Hey, everybody. Hey, just want to let everybody know that John right now is in, he's in like tornado land or something. But so I have to do something really quick here. I have to do it every single time because Facebook won't allow you to, they won't allow you to go live on a group. So I have to go into the page and then I have to share it to the group every single time. Let's see, just give me a second here. It'd be nice if I didn't have to, but it is what it is. And I'm going to put on here, give me a second here. And everyone, there we go. All right, I believe we're ready to go. So anyways, like I said, John's in, he's in, I think he's like in the Wizard of Oz right now, ready for a tornado. So he's probably not going to be joining us just in case. I mean, he might be getting bad reception with all the rain and everything else we're getting. So anyways, I want to talk about communicating during a disaster, like when when the shit hits the fan. I have a repeater that I have, and I'm going to see if I can pull this up real quick. I have a repeater, so I'm just going to give you a little bit of information for people that don't know. Some people might have it, might be prepared. But I'm just going to throw you a little bit of information here. So let me see if I can get let's see if I can get this set up. It's really kind of hard when you're trying to do everything at the same time. Let's see. So I'm going to do a share screen. Share screen. Which screen am I going to share? This one right here. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you. This thing's a repeater. And I'm going to pull it up now, and I'm going to try to scroll through it a little bit. You might not be able to see it. Maybe I should have made that bigger. I have to do some adjustments on all this stuff. But this right here is Retevis, RETEVIS, repeater. Man, too bad I don't think I can make it any bigger. Let me see something here. Full screen layout. Let me see if I can do this. There we go. All right, but now I got to put my glasses on. It's the RT97S Retevis repeater. Now this right here extends your communication if you have like a two-way radio. I use the Retevis. It's the Retevis RT5R two-way radios, and I'll show you that in a second. But anyhow, so you get this repeater. It's $3.99. You can go to retevis.com if you wanted to, or you can actually even get it on Amazon. But so the nice thing about it is, if you look down here, I'm not even quite sure if you can see it or not, but you could plug it into your vehicle. It's got the AC adapter or the DC adapter for your vehicle. So if your power goes out, if you don't have a generator, you can plug it into your vehicle, and it actually works pretty good. You could, when you order it, you have them pre-program it to a frequency that you want, and they say that it's a private frequency, but it's not really private. You just can't hear anybody else, but you can communicate with other people. They can hear you, but if the shit hits the fan, this is something that you might want to think about getting. Now, let me give you some information about it real quick. The RT97S portable repeater. The frequency, the TX frequency and RX frequency can be customized between 400 to 470 megahertz, which means that's the megahertz for the GRMS. The GRMS, which is you have to get a call sign for them. If you go to if you do a search for GRMS, if you have a two-way radio, you do a search for GRMS, you can get your call sign, which is just a couple of numbers, like 4 or 5 numbers, and then like when you're talking on two-way radio, you have to just call out the numbers every couple of minutes or every minute or so. But if the shit hits the fan, who cares? You don't even need it. Who's going to be using them at that time? But You can get like up to 15.5 miles, depending upon how high your antenna is, because you'd have to hook that up to an antenna. So I'm working on it right now with a friend. I'm not going to mention any names because nobody really needs to know who I'm working with it on. But with a friend, and we're going to have that thing up about 40 feet up in the air approximately, and hopefully I'm probably about 12 miles away. I'm guessing maybe a little bit less, 10 to 12 miles away, and hopefully it's going to reach where I'm at. But we're going to set it up outside. We have to get the cable to tie it down to the wind, or if we have anything like any tornadoes or anything, could make sure it's not going to go over. But hopefully it reaches where I'm at, because I have about what do I got? 7. I have 7 or 8. I have 7 of them, but one person already has the other radio. Let me remove this real quick. So anyhow, let's see here. Let me get back to this. All right. So I had to put my glasses on so I can see what the hell I'm doing. So this is the radio I got right here. Let me get over to comments. Here's the Retevis two-way radio I have. I have 7 of them. I have somebody else has the 8th one. But I programmed all of these to one channel. You can get I have it programmed they're all programmed to one channel, and you can also get the weather, and I also have it programmed for the Monroe County Sheriff's Department around here, so you can hear what's going on with them. Now you can hear them. You're not supposed to respond back to them, but if there's an emergency, they say that you can. All right. So you have this right here. They also have something called the Bofang, which is very similar to this. But if you use a program called Chirp, you plug it into your computer and you can program it to what channel you want on there, what channels you want on there. So then you could also get something like this if you're out and about, which is an antenna that you can attach to it. All right. This is a long antenna. If you're outside, look at the size of this. You would just take this antenna off right here. You would take that antenna off and then just attach it right on there if you're outside. And that's going to go, it'll help you get the extended range. So that's that. And what else we got going on? Oh, if you do get in any of the two-way radios, you want to make sure that you get the two-way radios that are USB. All right, you can plug it into the wall. If you have if the shit hits the fan, you could plug it into your outlet. If you have the thing going on, but you make sure you have the USB. If you have a generator, that's what I meant to say. So make sure you have a USB, because you can also plug this in, the charger. You could plug it into your vehicle outside if you need to charge it up. So if you do look for a two-way radio, the Retevis and the Bofangs are similar. You can get either one. They're both pretty much the same exact radio. And it comes with different things. It comes with the earpiece that you can hook up. If you do decide to get the Chirp program, you have to get the adapter that goes from this adapter right here to USB that you would plug into your computer if you're going to go that route. Anyhow, so you got the repeater. If you get the repeater, you're going to have to get the cable that's going to run up the antenna. I mean, if you just decide to go with a smaller antenna, if you just want to stay in communication with people roughly like within 5 to 8 miles or whatever, that'll work. You don't have to bring it up I have to bring it up 40 feet because I'm so far away from where it's going to be. Anyhow, so that's just something to think about. If the shit hits the fan, be able to communicate with family members or friends that you want to, close friends that you want to keep in communication with. Or even if you have something like maybe say a tornado that wipes out the electric grid or something, or electrical or whatever, and you're out for a week or something. If you have something like this set up, you can still talk to people because you're looking at, who knows, maybe a cell phone tower gets wiped out or something. You can still have these to talk on if that happens, like I said. But something like that, you might want to get your call sign. Just look it up. They're simple. I think it only takes about 10 minutes to get your call sign. Very simple. So anyhow, so that's that. Now we're actually tonight we're actually starting this. We're trying to do this live for the first time. Yeah, we're doing this live. Roberta says I will just drive to you because you have it all. Roberta's got Roberta, you got a couple of these radios. I know you got them because we were getting them at the same time. Anyhow, but if you so we're doing this on Rumble live for the first time because Rumble's like the safest video platform out there. Besides, YouTube could always take stuff off. So so we're trying this on Rumble for the first time, and I want to see if it actually shows up. Let me see what's going on here. I'm not even sure if it's going to work or not, but trying it. I'll go back to the thing in a minute. I'll go back to the webpage in a minute. But so we have, I'm not sure if it's doing it or not. Let's see what happens. Just give me a second here. Nice. Perfect. All right, this is working. All right, let me get before I get ahead of myself here. Let me do I'm going to stop this share screen, but I'm going to show you what it looks like because the website is up and going, and I actually changed the name of it. Let me hold on a second. Share screen. Share screen. Let me see if I can get the right one going here. Window. Oh, I can't do it like that, can I? Oh, I can't do it. Let me just give me a second. I'm not going to do that just yet. How do I cancel out of this? Let me cancel out of it. All right. Let me get back to that because I'm gonna have to try to open it up in another browser. Let me see if I can get to it. Let's see. Give me a second here. This is cool stuff. All right. Let me see if I can get to it. Anyhow, that's what it's all about as far as it goes for communicating with people. It's the easiest way to do it. And the Bofang and Rediviz videos are good. They're good two-way radios. Let me see if I can get to this.
Watch what protein shakes do to your body.
This is protein.
Oh, they're doing
almond butter.
You know what they're doing? Oh, here we go.
It's now possible to regrow gums and teeth thanks to this soft white mineral.
I don't know if you can hear that.
Simple dental hack anyone can do to rebuild.
You can hear. All right. They're they're showing the videos on there. That's what you hear in the background. All right, let me get back over to this. Let me get to this. Let me go to share screen. I'm going to show you what this is all about because we're going to have all the lives going on, and they're going to come from Rumble. Here we go. They're going to come from Rumble because they're the safest platform. So we're going to do it that way. This way, we don't have to worry about it. We don't have to take up a lot of space on the website. And it won't take up that many resources. But here it is right here. If you look, let me see if I can do this to full screen here. All right. Oh, let's see. I don't know if you can see that or not. But this is it right here. This is the this is the website. So it's called Save New York Network right now. Because what I'm doing is we're networking different people to come on and do shows on Save New York Network. Almost like a radio station where you have different stuff going on. That's what I'm setting up right now. We already have, I don't know how many people saw the Marcus C. Williams Elephant in a Room on Sunday, and that came out really good. But let me get to something here. Oh, let me exit the full screen. You know, if I was smarter, I'd be able to whip through this stuff a lot quicker. But it's kind of a pain. Let me see here. I'm going to play it. I'm going to mute it also. All right, I muted it, but you can see what's going on there. So if you go to, it's going to be, right now it's under the shows. If you click on the shows tab, and then you click on Save New York, that's where I have it right now. But I'm going to put it onto the live shows, because the live shows, every time a live show comes up, it's going to be on there at the time. And then it's going to go back into, like the show tonight's going to go back into the Save New York. It's going to go back into an archive where you can go back and look back at the different shows. So that's how that works. I'm sure everybody already seen this before. You have like the schedule. I have the schedule set up. We have links to different groups, organizations that are fighting for freedoms here in New York. We got, I went through this like 2 weeks ago, or was it last week, whatever. Fight for Your Family, Monroe County, Project Civica, the Constitutional Coalition of New York State, Citizens Alliance, Take Back New York State, 2A for New York, that's Second Amendment for New York, We the People United, and the Party of Patriots. Then I also popped in there the store. All right, still got to do a little bit of work on this, but you can go to the store. If you click on the store, if you click on this page right here with the shirts, it'll bring you over to this actual store where the shirts are. And I also got the glasses now. It's a mixing glass or a regular serving glass that says Save New York. It's got the eagle on it. And if you come up here, you click on here, it'll take you to the actual store where you have all the different options that are going on. We got shot glasses going on, a bunch of other stuff. It's pretty cool. Here we have the contact. If you're interested in advertising on Save New York, please contact advertising at savenewyork.us. Actually, you know something? I have to change that to savenewyorknetwork.us. I have to change this around. And if you're interested in having your own show on Save New York, contact info at savenewyork.us. Going to change the email on that too. They're still active. I mean, I still get them emails, but I'm going to have to change that over. So that's pretty much it for that. I'm going to, let's see here. Hey, David, I see you. Okay, so everybody saw that. I'm gonna remove this right now, but it's Save New York, SAVNY network.com. I grabbed that domain. The other one was just Save New York, SaveNY.us. That one's going to be gone. So it's going to be SaveNYnetwork.com. You can go there. This way, you can just you can check out what's going on there. You can check out the shows, the new shows coming up. I talked to Peter Vasquez, and we're going to, starting Saturday, we're going to have, let me get rid of this. Remove. We're going to have, starting Saturday, we're going to have, starting the Next News Network. We're going to go through, it's going to be a pre-recorded show, but it's going to be the best, probably the best one throughout the week we're going to throw up there. All right, so we're going to have that going on. And that's going to be on Saturdays at 6:30. And also Elephant in the Room with Marcus C. Williams. What we're going to do with that is we're going to have that on. He's already on Sundays at 6:30. Some of them are going to be live. Some of them are going to be pre-recorded. But at night, like at 9:30, 10 o'clock, we're going to pre-program it to where it can go on live. It's The Divide with Marcus C. Williams, his radio show that he does on locally here in Rochester, which is about an hour and a half. But that's going to go on at 9:30, 10 o'clock. We haven't decided what time yet, but we're going to pre-program that to automatically start. That's going to show on Save New York and on the private page and the group, or the private group and the page. That'll be showing up. What else we got going on here? So we already covered the Rumble. Hopefully that goes well, because we'll everything will be put in from Rumble. This way we don't have to like upload all the videos to the website, because that'll just take up way too many resources. What else? I think that's pretty much it. Well, I already went through like almost 50 minutes here. Anybody got any questions about the communicating with stuff, with the two-way radios? or the repeater or anything like that? Any questions? All right. I guess that might be it. You stop that screen. So yeah, in a nutshell, that's what we're doing. All right. So if anybody wants to do a show on here, it'll be great. I've already contacted other people. I'm not going to mention any names yet to try to get other people to start doing a show on here. It'll be cool. I'm also thinking on actually doing kind of like a podcast, have an area where you can be like if you go to SaveNewYorkNetwork.com, and if you go to the shows, you can go to, like, if you went to Elephant in a Room, you could just click on the podcast, where it'll just be sound, no video. Where you could just, something else I'm working on. Same thing with Save New York, where you don't have to watch a video. You just turn it on, have your headset in, or whatever you do, and you can just listen to the shows. But okay, I'm guessing there's no questions, and hopefully this reaches out to people. They get to understand and see what's going on. I'm also looking for advertisement. If anybody wants to advertise on Save New York Network, I'm going to reach out to WYSL, Voice of Liberty. That has that show locally here. It actually extends quite a bit, almost out to Buffalo from Rochester. It extends quite a bit, almost to Syracuse and up. Covers a large area, but that's got the Dan Bongino show on. It's got the Glenn Beck show on there. It's got Larry Sharp, the Sharp Way. And it's got Peter Vasquez. It's got the Politically Correcting Boys on there with Jose Pio and Lavelle Lewis, which is pretty good. I'll tell you what, that's another good thing to look at is politically correcting podcast. Because I've listened to their show, because I listen to WYSL all the time in my car. And they get into some deep stuff, which most people don't like to get into, and it's cool to see that, especially on the radio. But I think that's pretty much it for tonight. So this Saturday we're going to work on getting the Next Step show. And actually, the one I listened to today, real quick, was, it had to do with some woman that was on there that was talking about the human sex trafficking that was going on. And that's something that I think that would be really interesting to listen to what she had to say. I think people would be interested in listening to it. So anyhow, another thing, I got the ADHD thing going on now. But another thing is that we are probably going to change the Facebook group and the page and call it Save New York Network. Probably going to change that in the near future. Not exactly, I don't know when, but we will. Just to keep everything aligned the same. Even though I got that sign back here, or my flag that says Save New York, maybe I'll just take chalk and just put network. Maybe if I just did that, chalk it in. I don't know if I can make it neat enough. Whatever. Anyways, all right, you guys. So we'll see you next Wednesday. We'll see if John gets out of the if the Wizard of Oz thing ends by next Wednesday. If he clicks his little heels or something and gets out, or if he faces the Oz, the fake man behind the curtain. But so don't forget, this Sunday at 6:30, Elephant in a Room with Marcus C. Williams. This Saturday, it'll be the pre-recorded of Next Step show. And, tune in. Everything's set up for 6:30. This way, nobody forgets. All right, we'll see you guys next week. Take care. Have a good night, and watch out for that tornado.